to this dream, despite how crazy it may seem. And I refuse to die with songs inside of me. So though I may not see the path ahead, I am confident I'm taking one step at a time. I put my heart out on the line, and it will be one hell of a roller coaster ride. But I am ready. Oh yes, I'm ready to shine, ready to shine, ready to shine, ready to shine, ready to shine.
Good morning. Everybody who's online, please say hello. I do have something coming to me today for today's show. But I also wanted to say that anybody who hangs out with me today too, if you want a card read, I'll be doing some card reads as well. So just pop in the comments if you want a card read. I probably, hey Connie, good morning. I probably should have put that in the description. Damn it. Oh, well. Happy Monday. It's Moon Day. Who else is feeling really slow? You got your coffee, Connie? Guess what I made this morning? I made, for the first time in years, I made my own almond milk. And it was quite easy. I just soaked the almonds overnight. And then I put them in the blender with cold filtered water, a little bit of almond extract, and a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it. And I blended it. And then you run it through one of these cheese strainers, and boom, fresh almond milk. And it's so delicious. So I went ahead and had a cup of coffee. And it's funny because I didn't show up for my show on Friday. So I have a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. called Down the Rabbit Hole with Elle on the Freedom Revolution Network, which is where I'm at now. And I said, I wonder if I don't show up on Friday, if anybody will notice. So I did that, and I didn't say anything, which is like hard for me because I'm always like, I'm a gabber. And I didn't notice that anybody noticed. So it was cool. I just kind of like kicked back, and I almost did the same thing today. But the reason why I didn't do the same thing today is because I received a gift in the form of a download, really about discussing those of us who are coming out here and using our voice and using these platforms are really just flagging and signaling to each other to connect, right? We're the ones that need to really be connecting because some of us have smaller platforms, right? Like I think my platform somewhere between 100 and 1,000 people who have been following my journey for several years, right? And I wanted to talk about credibility today because there's something that's just coming to me that I've been processing around credibility. And I see such a bias in it that it's kind of encouraging. It's going to be, I think, in a lot of ways, very empowering to those who seek credibility in their own growth, right? So I don't want to jump into that yet, though. I wanted to keep. Oh no, you're not drinking your coffee, Akani. You have water. That's good. I got some water going too. So if you want a card read, let me know. If you're on and you said, yeah, you want an oracle card read, because it is Monday and we're just hanging out and it's cool. So something came up. I wanted to talk about something that came up over the weekend. I have a completely private group that is connected to my boudoir photography business, and it's really around empowering the heart center, empowering your love for yourself and your body, and awakening body consciousness. And I've experimented with the name, right? It's been some different names, and it's kind of gone through some changes. But recently, I grew the group by way of having it like a contest, like a giveaway. And so it brought in fresh people into my group who I'm not personally connected to. And somebody had posted something there over the weekend. It was just really kind of venting them just being sick of like the separation going on right now, right? Like there's this whole separation, polarization happening right now, especially on Facebook. It's getting really intense on Facebook lately, and something that I'm trying very hard to separate from, to just keep my own peace, right? Because people are have a lot more time. I think some of us are still kind of in lockdown situations. Most people, I think, at this point have gone back to work. So definitely the viewership here at 9 a.m. has gone down since people have gone to work. That's for sure. But here we are, Freedom Revolution Network, Monday morning. Good morning, El Abbott, Las Vegas, Nevada. June 15th, 2020. I might even read some news for you guys today. I'm going to be all over the place. But the point is that I'm showing up today. I didn't show up on Friday, and I felt like, cool, nobody noticed, right? But I'm showing up today just for the one or two people who noticed, because the one or two people who noticed are probably also people who are doing shows on this network, right? And I feel like it's probably time for me personally to start reaching out to other people who are utilizing networks like this, right? To bring civilian journalism, build a culture around civilian journalism. And I really want now at this point to like just start connecting with you guys, creating a personal relationship, so we can grow together, we can help each other out. I mean, I don't know how to do these broadcasts at these shows, and I'm definitely just getting my sea legs. So I appreciate all the support that I have been getting, and I just want to thank you all who feel like you're getting value from this. So going back to the post in the group, it created a lot of riff, right, around the political mess right now of the BLM and George Floyd and the whole race riots, right? And I want to say that, like, I'm not putting my cards on that table. And the reason why is because it is a manipulative tactic that's used for separation, to separate people, to get them to fight with each other. And it works, right? Because like, it's kind of an innocent thing. It's like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yes, of course. All lives matter. Yes, we get that, right? And then there's this way that if somebody's like off somehow with that, or affiliated with somebody somehow, I don't know. There's just this idea that you're being protective when you're not. It's really hard for me to explain because it's so subtle, but it's so not. It's so subtle, but it's so in your face, right? Like, for example, I can explain what I do as a way to show my love and support, right? And I have already been doing this. I started my business in 2019, and I opened my portfolio up. It was as much dark skin as I could get in there for my goddess photography. I submitted those photos. I wanted them to just be around the world, right? Everything I'm noticing out there is whitewashed. Netflix, Hulu, Naked and Afraid, anything that I'm, seeing on TV and seeing in advertising, right? It is like very saturated with white skin. So as somebody who was going to start a commercial photography business, I wanted to represent more of the underrepresented. That comes from a place of love. And I took all those photos and I submitted them around the world to exhibitions, and they did get in exhibitions around the world, several of them, over a dozen. So pretty incredible. I'm actually going to post last year's portfolio on Facebook soon, and I'll share it in Freedom Revolution Network so you guys can see the photography last year when I started my business. So I've done that. And then also there are mentors in my own life, like influencers like Ralph Smart, Young Pharaoh. I just recently came across Young Pharaoh, and I love him, and people really can digest what he's saying because the way he just gets across to so many more people. And there's a few others there too, but I just casually, I take those things and put them on my Facebook. I put them out there. to promote it, right? To be somebody who's just supportive of it. And it's just really touchy. It's a very touchy thing, right? So that in the group that I'm creating, right, it is about bringing a unity consciousness and teaching others how to just hold space for others, right? To be in their vulnerability, to vent, for healing, right? Just to allow. And it doesn't serve us. It just doesn't serve us to keep butting heads, right? I did post something else in Freedom Revolution Network that I hope you guys got a chance to read, and it was about the truck drivers, right? Saying that if you guys defund the police, they're not going to be driving anymore because it's unsafe for them, right? So all police officers are not bad. It's infiltrated with a lot of bad ones, and it's in there pretty deep, but defunding them isn't going to solve the problem. So all of these things that are coming out now, where the bricks have been coming from, who sponsored that, all of this stuff really is just to cause people to be triggered, to be angry, and to be fighting with each other. And it doesn't get us anywhere. So one of the reasons why I've been trying to back off really from the show is because every time I come on here too, I'm trying to like do research and bring news. And so my head's in those stories all the time, and it feels really disruptive to me. So I'm going to Mount Shasta for solstice, and I'll be leaving on Thursday. So I have one more show this week on Wednesday, and I'm super excited. I'll be interviewing Leslie Hurd, and she is a godmother doula. And what she does is she helps. It's really cool. She helps actually with healing from miscarriage and abortion, something that many, many women have suffered from, including myself. And she brings such a beautiful level of healing to miscarriage and abortion, and I'm going to be interviewing her on Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, I won't be back on the show till I return back. So I think it'll be Friday. So it'll be Wednesday will be this show, the 17th, and then I should be back on the 26th. And then hopefully on the 27th, I'm going to see if there's space here to broadcast again. I'm going to introduce to you guys my friend Jazz, and her and I want to have like maybe some coffee chats where we come on and discuss topics. And we discuss all kinds of topics. Her and I just go down the rabbit hole, and we can talk about anything. She's super chill. You're going to really, really love her. She's beautiful and shiny and sparkly and intelligent, and she's an artist as well. So she's in touch with those feels and can integrate it all. So I'm super excited for you guys to meet Jazz. She's ready to do this. She's ready to start podcasting and broadcasting and having her voice heard as well. So that's important. That's important for those of us who are stepping out right now for our voices to be heard, right? We need to connect with each other. It's time. Like we're woven of the same threads. Like we're leaders of, this new energy. And again, what I'm always talking about on this channel too, guys, is that we have more than one intelligence center. We have one the brain and the mind and thoughts and cognitive abilities is only one intelligence center that we have as humans, right? We have our heart, we have our gut, we have our pineal glands. All right, we're deep. Our entire body has a consciousness to it, right? And when we cut ourselves off from that, we're more easily manipulated because we go against what our own feelings are telling us not to do, right? How many times do you have a gut feeling like, oh, this is going to be bad. I shouldn't date this guy. I shouldn't accept this job. I shouldn't go work for that dude. I saw some red flags. And then you do it anyway. And then shit happens. So, but back to my subject and what I'm noticing, this is something that's just coming from me, man. I am just noticing this around credibility, especially now. People are making it so obvious that it is very biased who you give credibility to. And I had one of my brother, bless his heart, had said something about my own credibility, because I can be kind of a messy human, right? And throw things out there, which I know I'm aware of, and I need, I clean up my messes, and I'm learning and I'm growing, right? But here's the thing about credibility that is so biased. So some people give credibilities to doctors who support circumcision. Some give to doctors who don't support circumcision, right? You can you can decide who it is that you want to believe has credibility because they're both doctors. They both have the same credibility. It's about the same degrees and training and education and experience, right? To tell you one way or another, they're practicing medicine. They're giving you a theory, and you get to buy into this theory. You get to decide which doctor, right, is going to influence you. Are you going to circumcise your child, or are you not going to circumcise your child? The same thing with vax. Are you going to vaccinate, or are you not going to vaccinate? You're going to find two same credible sources who are going to tell you one thing or the other, and you get to decide which one you want to buy into for everything. Okay? So here's the thing about credibility. What makes me credible? People don't typically ask this, right? They don't ask me this. I have more people assume that I have some kind of higher education, and that just blows my mind. Half the time I can't even see when I'm typing on my phone, and I screw up spelling, and my grammar might not be the best, and sometimes I skip words. It's writing ability has changed since phones, right? I'll admit that's another thing I'm aware of and need to improve, right? But what makes me credible is that the fact that I have consistently been able to show vulnerability bravely, that I've been able to step forward and make decisions that were in love and in line with my values consistently, even though that didn't look very nice to some people and it might have been messy. I was consistently right in my own integrity, wherever that level was at the time. And in my fields, I am a Cancer, Pisces rising, Capricorn moon, all water, all feels, all calypso. And there was a time that my emotions ran me and not the other way around. So now my emotions feed me, they speak to me, they tell me what's going on, they tell me where I'm at right now. I know how to move them, I know how to use them, I know how to rely on them for a certain level of intelligence. Same with my heart space and with love. And so people see that, and it's not my words or my education or my experience that influences them. It's how I make them feel. That's what influences them. I make that they feel something that resonates with a message that I'm bringing. Sometimes not everybody resonates with all the messages, but I bring a lot of different messages, right? And they feel that, and so they choose to give me credibility. And it's like that with anybody that you watch on the internet, anybody that you follow on YouTube, or that you follow on Instagram, or that you follow on Facebook, all coming from different backgrounds, all coming from different educations, all coming from different experiences. And one day you could have your influencer, and this is happening right now in spades. In spades. Watch it. You'll see it now. You'll see it happen. It's an influencer you've been watching for years, and suddenly they post something and you don't like it, you don't agree with it, and everybody's like, disrupted right now with all the stories going on, right? And boop, unfollow. Boop, unfollow. How many of you have unfollowed influencers in the past 6 months? Raise your hands. Hold on, someone's calling me. Hold on. Hello? Oh, I'm good. How are you? Yeah, absolutely. What's your soonest? What's the soonest you can come out? Yeah, 2 to 4 is great. Yeah. That's the address. Yes, ma'am. This is the perfect contact number. You got it. Okay, thank you so much. All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right. I had to take that because I have people coming out to service the air conditioning. It's been getting so hot, like around 3 or 4, and then the air conditioning will just like stop because I think it just gets overheated. So anyway, I had to take that call. Sorry. I was like on a roll there too. Damn. So anyway, your credibility, right? So credibility comes and goes. It comes and goes. You'll like sometimes you'll give credibility to the people who tell you what you want to hear. They may not be the truth, but they tell you what you want to hear. So you give them credibility, right? You're going to call your best friend Sue, you're going to call your best friend Janet, and woe is me, and right, so that she can just be on your side and, oh, it's okay, it's going to be all right, right? hmm Or you can give credibility to somebody who just cuts to the chase and tells you the truth, which often hurts and doesn't look as nice or pretty. Excuse me. But you will change your mind. You will change your mind who has credibility and who doesn't. And sometimes it's because they sway your mind, and sometimes it's because it's something you feel. But either way, you decide at any given time. And I'm not wrong about this. There's credibility on either side of it. And that's why when we get caught up in the cognitive side of things, right? That there's so much polarization, there's the debates, right? Attorneys are so great at this. They can argue both sides of anything forever and ever and ever. There's always the brain just has this infinite way of doing that. And our power is right here. And when we find that, and we also find the other connections with human beings who are like that, and creating unity consciousness, a whole different resonance, something that does serve us, something that does help us grow. And so part of the other download that I got to that I'm working on, I'm especially going to spend the next week when I go to Shasta to be journaling about some of this stuff and really thinking about it, is like, what trees are we planting now, right? Regardless of all these stories going on and all of this bullshit to get caught up in, what trees are we planting now? Because Earth's history is not ending here. She moves on. Like we have future generations coming after us, right? So what trees are we going to plant? How are we going to create moving from here? And so, yes, this is very important. This is a very important thought process that I have going on now. So that's all I wanted to say. I know it's a short morning. I didn't have that big of a message. I did not put in the description that it was a card read, so I don't think anybody is going to ask for a card read right now. But if you want one, let me know. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. But I will see you on Wednesday. I'm interviewing Leslie Hurd, and she's the godmother doula who brings healing around miscarriages and abortions. So that's Wednesday, and then I'll be on a break till the 26th because I'm going to Shasta, baby. Woohoo! And it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to connect with beautiful souls and individuals. My heart really needs that right now. I've been very, like I said, I have to take a break from the news and stuff because it's draining me if I stay in that energy too long. I've been doing a great job on my cleanse. I'm feeling so much better. My skin's getting really, really, really soft. And I'll keep you guys up to that. I'm working my way to juice all the time. I haven't done juice 100% yet, but I'm working my way to it. So hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Hope everything's, I love you guys. I'm sending you tons of love. Peace. See you next time. Bye.